Good morning, guys. How you guys doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good this morning. Besides waking up with a full bladder going, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, but I want to stay in bed, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee. So, I ended up getting up to pee, so. Let's see. I was looking over some of your guys' comments from yesterday. Well, yeah, yesterday. Someone asked, what exactly is curry gravy? Basically, we use a thing called golden curry. It comes in little cubes, and we mix it with hot water and then some of our other seasonings, sometimes some cheese, sometimes mustard, and it thickens up and it becomes sort of like a sauce, and we just call it curry gravy. It's not real gravy. Let's see. Someone wants to have us do a tour of our neighborhood, look at some of the architecture on our block. Our house is actually the oldest house on this block. It was built back in like 1904 or something. Our house is the reason why there is this street, which is kind of cool. But most of the homes are a little bit more modern. Our neighborhood isn't the best, but I can try recording it sometime if we walk down it to walk someplace or something. Sit there and show you guys some of the different homes and everything. Let's see here. What do I think of the current season of Walking Dead? I like The Walking Dead, but the problem is it seems to get old after a while, and the story doesn't seem to really progress in an interesting way all the time. We're kind of behind on this season, but we'll eventually catch up. We still like it. It's still enjoyable. It's just more enjoyable when we can watch a couple episodes at a time instead of one at a time. But can't really give too much on it. We have watched up to the point that the sheriff and his son were in the home, and I can't remember their names, I'm sorry. The one black lady with the cool sword had just found them. So that's where we're at so far in the current season. We haven't watched really anything else past that. How are my classes going? I had to drop out of some of them because with work and me needing to work as many hours as possible because I didn't get as much financial aid this semester, I couldn't handle the full 5 classes, which I didn't know I was going to be working when I signed up for the 5 classes. But yeah, I'm still doing my online stuff. It just means it's going to take me longer to graduate, but that's no big deal for me. I'd rather be able to pull in the money right now and get us set up to be able to go to Akron or Kent, or possibly Stowe is another place we're looking at up in that area. But yeah, that's what's going on with classes. So I'm not going to be on campus as much. I'm going to be doing a lot more work. Yes, Tom's cooking can make you hungry. He does a lot more with the commentary than I do when it comes to the cooking stuff. I just think that's because he's a teacher and he's better at being able to teach people things than I am. I'm going to try the jasmine tea. I do like jasmine tea. It's just finding a brand of jasmine tea that I like. And I do like having my tea with honey over sugar. We just don't usually have that much honey in the house. Currently for my cough drops, I'm actually doing this brand. It's an off-brand, but it's comparable to Halls. I also have the honey lemon ones, but something I've been doing, they taste really good and I think they're helping, is I have the Halls Defense, which I really like this one, the pomegranate blueberry mint thing. They're sugar-free, so they're not that bad for me, and truthfully, I think they are helping, because since they have the extra vitamins and stuff combined with my Visalis, my body's able to get more. It's like I have my cough, but I don't feel sick. It's just my lymph nodes right here, ROEs, of course I touch them, are kind of scratchy. They're the big problem. I know I've heard some people getting them removed. I've already had my tonsils removed. And that really helped me because I always got bronchitis. And when those got removed, I don't get bronchitis anymore. So I'm wondering if I maybe can get these things removed if I would not be getting the cough that lasts for months at a time. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing me in a kilt. I don't have any extra pictures besides what I posted. Which the pictures that I posted at the end were ones taken by my boss with my old camera. See, I have my old camera. It's a good camera. I do like this one. But the one I'm using now has more stabilizers to it. So I'm enjoying it. I have more footage of the parade, but it's just watching people walk around in the parade. That's why I didn't post it. I may go through and try to do an edit, I don't know. But for today, we don't have much for plans. I know we're looking at going someplace. I want to see the Muppet movie, but it's not playing in Ashland. We might see 300. I'm not positive on that. But I figure we'll get out and do something today. Otherwise, we're going to just be sitting at home being unproductive. Not that I have a problem with being unproductive. Because I work hard. And Tom works hard. Theoretically. His students could be a pain sometimes. But yeah, that's what we're doing so far today. And hopefully we'll get into some good stuff. So, we're here at the mall. We had Chinese. Chinese was good and filling. And Tom was just doing something behind me that I'll see later in the editing. But now we're just kind of roaming through JCPenney's because, well, it's a fun place to roam through. They got weird things. Like tuxedos that have camouflage and print, which we'll go back and show you. Come on, let's go back and show them. Because it was just, oh my god. It's like, granted, this has to be for prom, because there's no way anybody would wear that for work. Because, you couldn't make it work. There's nothing that would work for it. But, it's just like, wow. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah.
What are you doing? Where did you come from?
Look at this. Yeah. Of course, then they have one with camouflage back and the matching jacket for it. It's like, oh, wow. Granted, I do like these cufflinks, just because, not that I wear cufflinks, but hot and cold, hot and cold. But yeah, we're just kind of walking around the mall, walking off the Chinese. Tom feels bloated, I feel satisfied. Hold, okay, he's pointing at spray for some reason, I don't know why.
It says big sexy.
Oh. But if any of you haven't been in a JCPenney's recently, they've remodeled and they have all the weird creepy mannequins with the movable hands. Yeah, movable hands. Anybody that watches Doctor Who will understand why that's creepy. Granted, some of the stuff I look at, it's like, who's gonna buy that around here? Yeah, in some of the bigger cities people would buy it, but around here not so much. Oh, and here's the place I don't want to go into. Everything's fuzzy. See, we got fuzzy blankets. Oh. Tom makes fun of me for doing this, but I like putting my hand in it and just feeling it. Oh, it feels so good on the inside.
You're fisting a blanket.
I'm not fisting the blanket. Oh, and then they got the really plushy, soft ones. Silk touch blankets. Oh, feels so good. Oh, so good, so good. I'm not weird, I promise. But yeah, this is how we're spending our Sunday. Running around Ashland, just having fun. Okay, we're done with the mall, and it's sort of hailing. They're really small, really tiny little pieces. But when we got into the car, Tom has the star thing in his car. But there was wax or something built up at the bottom, which he threw away the big piece of it, but here's a little piece, and it was just dripping. Well, not physically dripping, but it was just hanging there on the ends of it, and it's like, oh my god, what is that? Is that ectoplasm? Did his little car scent thing, which is new car smell, decide to melt on it? We weren't sure. We're like, is it ectoplasm from a ghost? But it has a fragrance to it, which is the weird thing. But that could be just coming from the air freshener, but we've decided it's glue inside of the star that probably melted when it got to 70 degrees in town and the car was sitting in direct sunlight in the school parking lot. That's what we're going with to keep our sanity. Yeah, that's what we're going with. And we're going to Starbucks, so Yay, coffee! So we're here at Starbucks, drinking our Starbucks, and listening to the song from Roger Rabbit that was sung by Jessica Rabbit. Why Don't You Do Right? And it was sung by who, dude?
Ruth Brown.
Ruth Brown was singing this version. It's like, I felt like it needed to be smokier in here. I needed to have some form of alcohol. And there needed to be some woman walking around in a sparkly red dress. But yeah, we're enjoying our drinks, and it's snowing outside. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Probably not. You might be able to see a couple flakes go by, but we both got macchiatos because we'd never really had one before. Tom, of course, had soy. He went with vanilla, and I went with hazelnut. Pretty good. Hitting the spot. Not too filling, because we're still kind of full from Chinese. Oh. But enjoying ourselves, relaxing to the sounds of Starbucks. Very cool jazz. Yeah. I'm going to continue drinking now. We're done at Starbucks. We're here at Walmart. And look, Fiesta sheets with fish. I don't get it. Maybe it's a camping thing, but it's like, this is normal. Yeah, I could see that. Fish. Fish. On your covers. Yeah, not gonna happen. You know, I think M&M's is going a little too far. We have carrot cake M&M's. Granted, I thought the idea of doing red velvet and coconut were pushing it, but carrot cake M&M's, it's like, I don't know, because you kind of want to try them, but you don't want to buy them to try them. You want someone else to have them so you can try it and see how bad it tastes, or how good it tastes, or how weird it tastes. Yeah, they got strange things. Okay, and that's just nasty. Bubblegum flavor Peeps. Ew. They even got party cake flavor. Sour watermelon flavor Peeps. See, they need to make a Peep that looks like an owl, and we can call them Hoots. That way you can give a hoot. And I know Tom just rolled his eyes when I said that, even though I didn't have to even look. But come on, think about it. You can give somebody a hoot. It's like, here, I gave a hoot. Now leave me alone. Surprisingly, I actually don't see any mint Peeps. Because I see green ones, but they're not mint. But sour watermelon Peeps, it just sounds wrong. It's here. It's snowing. I don't know if you can really tell. You can see it hitting Tom. But yeah, it's white out here. And I'm walking on my pants. They're a little too long for me. This... yeah. But we got coffee. We got sweet tea. I got cranberry juice. Because I'm doing really good about trying to avoid soda as much as possible. Tom got some sweet tea, so we're both doing good. He's staying away from the green monkey. I'm staying away from the blackish odd color monkey that is Coke and Pepsi. Yeah. Big flakes. Look at the car. Covered in snow and ice. So I guess that means time to go home before we get snowed in someplace, because that would be bad. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Covered in snow. Covered in snow. It's probably in my hair too. Oh well. Time to go home.
Okay, so we're looking at very big snowflakes. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but yeah. And they're coming down like feathers. As my grandfather used to say, when it snows like meal, you'll have a great deal. And when it snows like feathers, you'll have bad weathers. It made sense when I was a kid. But thankfully the roads aren't covered. But everything else is. And you gotta wonder how long it's gonna take before the road starts getting covered. I'm gonna guess as soon as the sun goes down. So, Yeah, I hate Mother Nature having ADD. Later.
Hey guys, remember how I said it was icing and snowing earlier? Well, it's no longer icing, even though my car looks kind of fluffy. No snow on the streets, which is good, but plenty of snow in the grass. It's like anything concrete isn't getting covered, but everything else is. By the way, this is our neighborhood. See, just a bunch of homes, nothing really spectacular about most of them. Like I said, ours is the oldest on the block. But yeah, snowing. Let's see if I can show the back hill. Yeah, yep. See, it's all covered in snow. And so is Tom's car. Gotta love the snow, right? We have mail from yesterday. Yeah, our mail comes at odd times, so we don't always check it on time. Yeah. But it's gonna get really dark really soon, so see you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's time for dinner. Got some turkey sausage, which this is a different type of sausage. It's like a Polish sausage with some onions and red peppers, and Tom's working on a green pepper. Then we got baked beans, and then we're going to add some salsa to it. We're weird when it comes to cooking. We like mixing flavors, but they usually turn out good, so. We're testing the salsas, seeing which one tastes better for this type of thing. Because we have a salsa that is a blackberry based. It's a sweeter salsa. And then we have a chipotle salsa, which could possibly kill Tom. But we'll find out. I won't kill Tom, I promise. Okay, so we had a change of plans. Instead of using the salsa, which we were looking at the chipotle one, because the other one's really sweet. It's kind of like a jam salsa. But then we remembered we had leftover curry sauce with the sweet Dijon mustard in it. So we're going to use that. That way we can get rid of it so it doesn't go bad or anything. But we're still going to use the baked beans to help give it a sweeter, bulkier flavor instead of using like rice or noodles or something. If it was asked when we normally do our curry, what do we normally use, rice or noodles? We prefer brown rice just because it's healthier than using wheat. And we're not a big fan of white rice. White rice is blah. Brown rice actually has some body to it, some oomph, tastes good. So that's what we normally use. But I'm going to let this finish cooking up, and then we're going to add the baked beans. Okay, baked beans are added to it. Looks good, doesn't it? A nice close-up of it. Yep. So good. So good. The curry that we use is this curry here, golden curry. It's a medium hot. It's good. I like it. And Tom seems to like it, so that's what we end up using most of the time. One of our biggest seasonings for chili is chili mix. It's basic chili seasoning, yeah. It's not the greatest stuff in the world, but it tastes good. So, it works for us. So, I'm going to let this cook just a little bit so the beans warmed up. And then, of course, we have cheddar to go with it. And who knows, we might eat some of the salsa with some chips later. Because that's good salsa. I know I work tomorrow. Tom's going to come in and do some tax stuff with me. We're going to do a second look. Okay. Tom's been hiding them on me. Not that I want them, but he has apple pies. Yep. Apple pies. But we're going to do a second look on his taxes from last year to see if anything was missed. It helps me out, even if nothing was missed, just because I get the experience of doing a second look and showing that I've done a second look. So, I think I work 11 to 9 tomorrow? I don't remember. I have to check. Originally, I was thinking I was work 3 to 9, but I go in earlier, I think, than that. But I'm going to check. Can't really think of what else to show you guys right now. Except for the awesome food. Yeah. I know you're jealous. I know you want to be here eating it. But you know what? You could be. We love feeding our friends. As long as they don't, like, overextend that food. Like, eat it all on us before we really have a chance to eat any of it. But that's for a different discussion. But we're picking out a movie now. We're not going to watch the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean because I don't think we have that on DVD. And we pretty much just like the mermaids. But we'll see what we're going to watch later. Okay, stuff is done cooking, and I added some seasonings to it. Some of the things I added to it was cilantro. I added basil leaf. And then I added Italian seasonings, which is just a basic thing that we get from Aldi's. And then I added some of the little bit left of habanero cheddar curd to it, just to use that up. Use some of my tiger sauce with it. Eventually I'll have to open up the other bottle that Barb gave me. Dragon sauce. It should be a little bit hotter, I'm guessing, because it's a spicy soy sauce. But we'll see. Tastes good though. Just letting it cool down a little bit. Tom's picking out some movies for me to pick from to figure out what we want to watch. Well, I think it's time to eat. Okay, we're sitting down for food. It tastes good. Cinder's here with us. As you can tell, she's thrilled. And I lied. We're watching the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the On Stranger Tides. Just because we couldn't find the original Mummy. All we could find was the Mummy version with The Rock. And that's not the Mummy. So, time to eat. Good evening, guys. It's now time for me to go to bed. I'm currently editing some of the footage from today and realized I didn't have a closer yet, so I'm making a closer now. After we got done watching the movie, pretty much came in here. I started looking at some stuff on YouTube and Tumblr, and Tom was doing his own thing, but he's now gone to bed, and I'm going to bed too. Hope you guys had a good day. I know we did. Even with all the snow that is now covering the street, we had a good day. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave comments, ask questions. We do like reading them. We do like answering them. Hopefully this cough will be gone. My neck is still a little stiff too, but it's getting better. Apparently I don't go into work till 3. I thought I went in earlier, but no, I'm on the schedule 3 to 9 tomorrow, so I have the morning off. But I'm still doing that second look for Tom, so not much else to say except good night, and hope you guys have a good night. Good night.